This week we're going to be looking at, I have no idea how to say it, so we're going to call it the little shop. Tip 1, have a compact selling space. No matter what level you get to in the game, you're going to be running around restocking your shelves. So the closer together all your shelves are, the easier it will be to do this. Tip 2, storage is king. Anytime you have spare money, you should be putting it into storage. Because the more storage you have, then the more you can buy of an item when it's highly discounted, meaning you can make more money later on. Tip 3, know the seasons. Each of the 4 seasons comes with their own separate boons, mostly related to food demand and clothing demand. Tip 4, your first starter pack. The best way to make money with the crafting is either to get the tailor station or the blacksmithing station first, as these sell for pretty high price items. I do say to avoid the planter first. This is really helpful later on, but it's just not a good way to make big money earlier on as it feeds into other crafting. And I personally would avoid the stove, as you make such little profit off of each item. It might be good when you get to the later items in it, but early on I just found it so tough to actually make enough of a profit to expand my shop and things. Tip 5, keep your maximum appeal. As early as you can, you want to get to the maximum appeal for your wall design, whatever the limitation is. The appeal is directly involved in how many people will attend your store. So the higher your appeal, the more people come in and buy things. So it's a good cycle to keep making more money. Tip 6. When you are stocking your shelves, don't have 1 or 2 items outside of the type you're going for. I don't really know a better way to explain it than that, but basically what I'm saying is, if you're focusing on tailoring, don't have a set of apples on the counter as well, because you've got it around. If you have 1 item of a type, it seems far more likely customers will come to the desk asking for different items of that type. So let's say you have 1 apples on the counter, then people will come and ask for potatoes, something like that. And it just means, less sales, more unhappiness. Otherwise you have to keep going to your counter and buy things overpriced to satisfy them. Tip, I think we're on 7. Especially early game, you want to sell to every single person. So quite early on, when you don't have many items to sell, people will be coming by your counter to ask for things you don't have. As long as you can buy these things from the counter for less than plus 100%, meaning you'll still make a profit on it, even if it's small, you should always do this, because later on it gets, quite slow to level, so you really want to bust through those levels as quick as you can. And since every sale is some XP, it's just well worth doing. By the time they ask for it at the counter, if you go straight to the counter and order it, they should have just under half a bar left, so you've got plenty of time. That's basically all I've got for the moment. The final thing is just remember to use the build tab to make your place look pretty. You can use it to make doors, meaning you can go outside. That may sound obvious, but it took me a long time to realise that one. I think that's everything. I'll end it there. Click buttons for me. Thanks for watching, and bye.